Hello.
And welcome back to another in-depth video on Might and Fealty. In this fourth video, I will talk about politics, one of the most detailed and interesting parts of the game. Like each one of these videos, this is but one aspect of the whole, and more will be laid out in future videos. The last video was about war, which according to Karl von Clausewitz is the continuation of politics by other means. Nevertheless, I picked war first, as in a gaming context, most of you will be more familiar with war than with politics. Because by politics, I don't mean a few sliders or a set of diplomacy buttons. Might and Fealty gives you real politics, with all the complexities and human factors involved. In fact, everything in the game is political to some degree. Politics is not just the diplomatic relations between kingdoms, it is also the internal politics of them. So let's begin at the lowest level. Most new characters will begin their careers as a knight, by swearing an oath of fealty to some landed noble in exchange for soldiers. This establishes a vassal-liege relationship, the backbone of medieval politics. These personal relationships can extend to all levels of the hierarchy, though they are most common and most important for unlanded nobles. Once a character controls some land and has a few knights under his or her command, a realm can be founded. Realm is a general term for independent entities of all sizes, from a small barony to a kingdom or even an empire. Realms, in turn, make up larger realms. A number of baronies make up a county or a march. Several duchies make a kingdom, and so on. All realms are created by, run by, and managed by players. You can create flat or extensive hierarchies, limited only by common sense. A barony can be part of a kingdom, but not the other way around, and your imagination. What all this means in gameplay is that you are part of a hierarchy and will interact with people on multiple levels. Most of the time, your immediate superiors or vassals will be the ones you interact with, but at times the king may seize control of everyone within his kingdom and give out orders directly. That is the point where the real politics begins, because it is your decision as someone in the middle of the hierarchy, for example, if you are willing to tolerate being bypassed like that, or if you insist that it is yours and yours alone to give orders to your vassals. If you do not like your superior, you can take your sub-realm, let's say a county, and move it elsewhere within the same kingdom or even into a different kingdom. As a king, your most important skill will be keeping everyone happy, or your kingdom will fragment, or you might find your claim to the throne disputed. But realms that are managed well are powerful forces on the fields of diplomacy, commanding vast troops and massive resources. And the best part is that, unlike empire building games, you do not have to worry about the details yourself. As the king, you will tell your vassals what you want accomplished and leave them to figure out the details. You will have plenty to do with diplomacy and politics, both internally and externally. Technically, the game is very lightweight in the area of politics, where it provides the game mechanics to do all of the things I mentioned, but it won't dictate consequences. For example, if a rebellious duke takes his duchy out of your kingdom into independence to challenge your power, you get to decide what to do about that. And from ignoring him to full-out war to more creative reactions, only your imagination limits what you can do.
And finally, there is also the backbone of medieval politics to consider: family. Not only can you create a whole family tree with your own characters, you can also marry characters of other players and create offspring. Again, the game steps out of the way and lets you handle the meaning of these, but a marriage is a very strong and personal alliance. As with all parts of the game, there are, of course, various forms of relationships, from marriage to liaisons, both public and secret, as well as several forms of betrayal to spice things up.
And that's it for today and the topic of politics. Stay tuned for the next video, where we enter the realm of magic, and I will explain what you can expect and also what not.